Intermodal terminals are very busy sites with equipment and personnel constantly on the move. Therefore, it is essential that you are aware of what is happening around you at all times. You can expect to see train movements, heavy lift equipment, forklifts, man lifts, and much smaller service and utility vehicles. The following instructions must be adhered to at all times. The use of electronic communication devices including radio, cell phones, Blackberries, walkie-talkies, PDAs, GPS navigation units, Palm Pilots, portable computers, and similar devices is prohibited while operating a vehicle unless it is stopped and parked in a safe location, while in the process of loading and/or unloading, when foul of track for any reason, or whenever use of such a device creates an unsafe condition. Entry onto CP property when in possession of or under the influence of alcohol, intoxicants, narcotics, or controlled substances is strictly prohibited. Acts or threats of violence and any form of discrimination or harassment, including sexual harassment, are unacceptable at all times on CP property. When outside your vehicle, watch for other moving traffic in the area and wear approved personal protective equipment and clothing that meets industry's safety standards. These include, as a minimum, hard hat, safety glasses with mounted side shields, a reflective traffic vest or clothing, and safety footwear. Follow all posted speed limits and traffic signs and operate your vehicle according to road and weather conditions and in such a manner that you can come to a complete stop safely. While in the terminal, have your vehicle headlights, the four-way hazard lights, and the chassis rear lights when attached to a tractor on at all times. Do not block or park in front of building entrances, pedestrian crosswalks, exit routes, or other areas designated as no parking. When being serviced at the in-gate or out-gate, stop in the appropriate lane, shut off your vehicle, and apply the parking brake. Do not back up or change lanes while in the inspection area. Travel only on designated roadways and do not travel through container stack areas. Traffic flow patterns must be followed. For your safety and the safety of our operators, always yield the right-of-way to top lift and heavy lift equipment. Make a full stop before proceeding through railway or roadway crossings. Use caution at blind corners and when making any turns. All crossings are to be considered live, so stop, look, and listen before proceeding. Remember, train time is any time. Do not foul railway track or railway crossing and maintain a clearance of 10 feet from the nearest rail or rail car. This is to allow safe passage of trains and utility vehicles. Stay with your vehicle in the assigned loading or unloading area and remain inside your cab while being serviced by top lift equipment. Top lift operators will not service you if you are outside of your vehicle. Do not walk, travel, work, or stand under a suspended load. Stay a good distance away from equipment and be sure they can see you. Do not approach on foot, mount, or ride any rail or top lift equipment of any kind. Operators have limited or restricted visibility, so don't assume they can see you just because you can see them. Ensure the chassis container securement devices are properly secured prior to moving with a container. As well, after the loading is complete, carry out a pre-trip equipment inspection and make sure there are no interbox connector devices remaining on the container pockets. Report all personal injuries, spills or leaks, collisions or property damage to a CP supervisor. In case of an emergency, such as a personal injury, a fire, an explosion, or an incident involving dangerous goods, call 911 and contact a CP supervisor immediately. It is important that you give your name, your location, and the nature of the emergency. In the event of an emergency requiring an evacuation, immediately cease all work activities, shut off your vehicle engine, proceed on foot directly to the nearest assembly point, and await further instructions. No littering in the terminal. This video is to assist you to operate your vehicle safely. It is critical that you understand these instructions. You will be given a pamphlet with these instructions and a map to guide you. Any driver found to be in violation of the motor carrier safety instructions could be denied temporary or permanent access to all terminals. CP police, supervisors, and staff will monitor your compliance. If you have any questions, please ask for assistance. You are responsible for your safety.